My primary advice would be work on your outfits.
When I was 17 years old, I was outspoken about a lot of things, but I also remained silent about who I was. I was a queer person who was victimized by cybersexual violence.
I wish that I could tell my 17-year-old self, maybe the day before I came out to my mom, that it would be the best decision of my life and that it'd go a lot better than I thought it would.
I was depressed and anxious and had serious trauma to work through, and those things didn't go away overnight, but they don't define me anymore. They are a part of who I am, but they are not all of who I am.
I would tell my 17-year-old self that it's okay to come forward and talk about who you are and what has happened to you. Your experiences do not define you. In fact, they make you stronger.
In high school, I wish I had known that what I was experiencing was dysphoria. Part of me kind of wishes that I knew, and part of me, it might have been easier because I wasn't struggling to be like, should I tell the school that I'm non-binary? Should I deal with the fact that I'm in a girls' dorm? You know, like, it was nice that I didn't know that, so I didn't have to deal with any of those problems.
There's a lot of different things to worry about, and worrying about who you love isn't one of them.
I believe when I was 17 years old, I was running for president of my student body. And I actually won, and I was terrified at that time that using my voice would give people a reason to then betray me and hurt me because of what had happened to me.
But also, to a certain extent, it meant that any conversations I had to have with myself about things I wanted to do to transition were really stunted, and I was further along in puberty. If at any point I would have wanted to go on testosterone, which was not something that I chose to do, but if that had been something that I wanted to do when I was younger and had identified that that's what was going on, that could have helped.
But also that I would have the roughest and most tumultuous year following, and that pertained to coming out to my whole school. But even through that, your mom's gonna have your back and you're gonna be happy in college.
I would tell them that now at 20 years old, only 3 years later, I am planning my eventual run for Senate, and I am planning my eventual run for president, and I will be the first, perhaps the first tattooed president, non-binary president. So it's okay. Taking those first steps, only 3 years down the line, will completely make a difference in your life, and you will realize that those first steps, while they be small, they are incredibly important and integral to your identity and who you are and what you do in your life.
And I know that in the moments when you seem really low and it doesn't seem like anything's gonna get better, those are the only things that you can think about. I am so sad and I feel unseen and unsafe and invalid. You won't feel that way forever.